Say hi.
Hi.
Alright, it's been a while since we really made videos. We've only gotten out and done like one recreational thing since we've been back in the US to work. I did want to start a video and maybe make a compilation of different things that we do as we're here to show you guys how we're able to travel for about roughly half the year. So we come to Maine in the United States, we work for half the year, and then we basically travel Eastern Europe and Europe in general for about half a year. So far, we'll move on to Asia and things of that nature, but for now we travel in Europe. But I wanted to make a quick video. I don't want to offend the homeowners, so I'll try not to show too much of their property. But just behind me, if you see this fence here, we stained this fence. So this entire run was just raw wood. And Rachel and I spent the last 3 days staining the entire thing. Also the other side as well. So we did the other side of that one. And then most of the other side of this one. There's a couple portions we weren't able to get to just there where that bamboo is. We weren't able to get behind it. But spin around and look at this amazing backyard. It's kind of like a Japanese garden back here. But yeah, crazy amazing yard here in Portland, Maine. Chickens running around. I don't know if you can see that guy down there. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that real quick. This is an example of some stuff we do. I'm going to add a couple of more things on here as we go along. Hopefully some more really neat projects on some beautiful properties here in Maine that I can show you guys. Give you an example of the different things we do to make money while we're here. I know we look like bums, but
We look pretty bad, but that's okay.
this is about what we do for work. So this is what you'll see out of us when we're working, but I just want to walk to the far corner of this room. You can see this super large room and this little tiny room on the side here. So Rachel and I actually, when we started this project, this is actually a shop that was acquired by one of our employers. So this huge shop next door was open, so he was able to get it. But this was just framed with an outer siding. So it was just studs and outer siding. So what Rachel and I did was, what did we do? We put
We
plastic.
started with the
We
insulation.
demoed
Oh yeah, we
first.
demoed. So there was a hole where the room was. The roof of it was part of a mezzanine, and that mezzanine went around like the entire perimeter. So we had to demo that, sledgehammer saws and hammers, and really get into it.
Then we
And
framed that, right?
Yeah, and then we framed that. Then we put the fiberglass insulation in. We put the plastic up around that.
Yeah, we did the plastic first. I forget how it went.
No, the insulation
Then the
first,
plastic.
and then the plastic.
In the ceiling.
In the ceiling
So
too,
yeah,
walls
insulation,
to
plastic,
ceiling.
vapor barrier.
And then we installed this particular board right here. It's called T1. And this was only initially to the end of the garage over there, of the little bay door that you can see there that connects to the
Yeah, so we did this
shop.
whole strip of T1.
Hang on this, all this wood.
And then the other guys in the shop drywalled, and then Rachel and I came in behind them once they drywalled and mudded, and we sprayed a layer, and then we did a spray and then a back roll. And so as you can see now, it's all one solid color.
Oh, we also installed that door.
We did a door installation as well. So anyway, yeah, I'm going on, but that's just an example of things that we do while we're in the United States to make money to be able to travel.
Come show the inside of
Oh yeah.
that you framed. You did such a good job.
So here's this little room that I framed. So this is gonna be like the break room / office. But yeah, that's just another example. All right, so this will be the last clip of this type of work that we've been doing to make money while we are here in Maine. Generally, this is type of work we could do whether or not we're working for this company or not. It's just, you know, handy work, maintenance work, things of that nature, painting, prep, and a lot of stuff. So if you're able to do those things, it's certainly worth looking into to be able to save up money to travel. But coincidentally, this is our last job. I wanted to show the gazebo here, which is actually just one of the things that we worked. There in the background is the cabin and some smaller cabins, but out of respect for the homeowner, I didn't want to record too much of their property. But as you can see here behind me, beautiful lake with a little island here, and we're just coming into fall, so starting to get a little bit of those fall colors here in New England. But yeah, just another little clip here of what we do to be able to make some money. So this is the yeah, so this is the type of work that we've been doing here. I'll see if I can get some video from our other job at the cannabis grow. They're not really as fond as far as allowing footage to be taken from inside the grow, but possibility, we'll see. All right, so my final clip in this series, I did cover briefly, I think possibly at the end of one of those last ones, that I wanted to cover a bit of our work in the cannabis industry. So here's a product that we actually, we would have trimmed this particular strain. This is 7 Steps to Heaven. And so an example of work that we do in the cannabis industry, we do trim work as well as gardening. As far as with that, we would do things like defoliation, netting, cleaning of rooms during resets, just all kinds of things. Whatever the cultivator needed and had for hourly work, we would take it upon ourselves to help him with that. The trim, then, you know, trim work, there's all kinds of cultivators all throughout the US anymore that need trim work. So if you're interested in those things, look on Instagram, look on, you know, Craigslist. Keep an eye out for people who need harvest work, trim work, things of that nature. Yeah, so those are basic things that we're able to do. We also worked at a hemp farm. We helped him basically with bucking some cannabis, bringing the flower off of the stick, and trimming as well. We did a bunch of binning, just little things to help him out. Some of these places are getting a little bit more serious with their legality as far as putting you on payroll and things of that nature, but for the most part, a lot of these places will pay you cash under the table, so you're able to you know, avoid a little bit of taxation on that. Of course, it's up to you to file for it if you need, but I digress on that. My point being, there are plenty of ways to make and save money to be able to travel by sacrificing a few things here and there and working at least 5 months solid. We're able to travel for at least 6 months solid off of the earnings from that. And yeah, like I said, with a little bit of sacrifice, we're able to save 3/4 of what we make in doing what I just showed you, this cannabis work here, the painting, the staining, the different jobs that we find. Maybe more specifically in Maine, there's a ton of opportunities. So if you're interested in trying this, don't feel so obligated to stay at your 9 to 5 to be able to travel and be happy. You can work a portion of the year and then travel to particular places in the world that aren't very expensive and things of that nature. So you can really just optimize the money that you did make and enjoy your time. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get this video edited before we get to our next destination, because it is the end of the year, so we are leaving. We're actually heading to Turkey. So if you're curious in that, stay tuned. We're gonna have at least a couple months worth of video that we're gonna be posting while we're there. We plan to be there for 90 days. So if you're interested, stay tuned. And it's pretty crazy out there, so stay safe and stay sane. And thank you for watching my video.